Be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional about your life. Be intentional about the things that you want to see. Be intentional about the way you want to become. Now, why is this important? It's because when we go through life and we're not getting the results that we desire to get, it is most often not because we don't want to achieve anything, right? I don't think there's anybody on the face of the earth that wakes up every day and goes, right, today I want to fail, right? Nobody wants to fail. Everybody wants to succeed. Everybody wants to succeed at something, right? Everybody desires to have, great results in their lives and their physical lives, relationships, work-wise, commercially, business-wise, financially, whatever it is. We all want to have great things happen for us and to us, right? But the problem is that we're not being intentional. And intentionality is a key ingredient of um, achievement or success or results, however you want to look at it. Why? It's because when you wake up in the morning, right? Anything can happen, right? Even if you've developed a plan, right, or you have your to dos and all of that, and you say, okay, today I want to achieve one, two, three, four, five things. The day comes and says, nah, I have some other plans for you, right? And then it just throws stuff at you, and you just get sidelined. So often we may find ourselves sidetracked, right? Going away from the things that uh, we had planned to do or we wanted to do. And then after a while, because it starts to accumulate, we sort of abandon the idea that we wanted to embark on. And this tends to happen, unfortunately, at the beginning of each new year. Not at the very beginning. At the very beginning, we're all pumped, right? In this new year resolution, we're going to hit the mark, we're going to, but that by the time it gets into the half month mark or towards the end of the month, we start to slack. Admit it. You admit it. It happens to you, but it has happened to me. If you don't want to be honest, but I think it happens to everybody. We start to slack, and like, okay, I'm gonna do it later today or later tomorrow, or and then it starts to snowball, and then we just find out that we didn't do the thing, and we're like, oh man. And so that the enthusiasm begins to wane when you come across a mountain of stuff that you haven't done, things that have accumulated and all of that, your enthusiasm your enthusiasm, it's more often going to decline. So intentionality, the beauty of intentionality is that it keeps you focused. And focus is a key determinant of success. All successful people, all very successful people are extremely focused. And being intentional means that you have to be focused. It means that, look, this is the thing, or these are the things I intend to do today. So I know there are going to be distractions. I know some other things would come that may want to sidetrack me and all of that. Maybe a friend drops by and wants me to go hang out, but I have to weigh my options and prioritize. Right, the drink with a friend, is it necessary right now? Right, weighed against my priorities for the day. Should it be my top three or my top five? If it's not, and if it's not going to take you closer to your goal, you have to be intentional about pushing it further down the list, maybe towards the evening or whatever, and being focused on the things that you need to achieve right now. That is intentionality. Being deliberate about the action or the actions that you need to embark on in order to take you closer to your goal. That is how successful people work. They have distractions, or distractions come their way just as they do to everybody else, but they have mastered the skill of being focused and being intentional, and knowing how to prioritize, and knowing how to be deliberate about their options and what they need to do, what must be done in order for them to hit the goal or to hit the targets that they have assigned to themselves. So intentionality must play out, must become a very strong part of you, part of your life, part of the way you see things, right? You have to be intentional about everything. You have to be intentional about your relationships. You have to be intentional about your growth pursuits. You have to be intentional about, you know, your business, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that makes up your life, right? Especially when it comes to targets and goals that you want to achieve. Intentionality is key, right? If you're not intentional, you know, anything that comes your way, you're likely to go along with it. But when you're intentional, you set boundaries for your life, and you say, "No, this I'm going to do this now. Whatever is is coming up needs to be taken later. These are the things I'm focusing on now, and these are the things I'm going to do, no matter what. No matter what. That is being intentional. So when you discover that when you cultivate this habit of intentionality, you start to move away from the wrong people, from wrong ideas, from wrong situations, wrong circumstances, wrong environments, and you focus on the things, the places, the people, the circumstances, and the environments that are going to make you thrive. So that's the beauty of intentionality: being deliberate about the things you want for your life, and being focused on a strategy to how to get there. Be intentional.